Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're watching Rail Nation, a free-to-play grand strategy real-time railway network building game that's played through your web browser. Travian Games offered me the chance to have a couple of sponsored videos on the game, and I said, sure thing, I like a bit of trains. And they said, you could probably get the people who watch it to come play with you. And I went, that might be interesting. As with every good grand strategy game, the map is a key component of your route to success. We're hanging out here in Sandport, so you start with one initial town, and we've expanded to Stockport. Well, slightly. I'm not exactly utilising that line brilliantly at the moment, as you'll see in a moment. But Sandport is where I'm heading out, and me and everybody else who lives in Sandport, we're kind of working together as a unit, because the way the game works is into the final era. It is a knockout mode where only the best 10 towns survive. I like it. So keeping your town on the cusp of things is all very important. How are we doing at the moment? 27th. Okay, all right. So we're not actually doing brilliantly, it turns out. And that's probably because I haven't been pulling my weight particularly. It's not just on me. I'm just a dirty casual. Everybody else can be pulling their weight. Anyway, these locos you see moving around, some of these are mine. In fact, I think most of these are mine. That one is not mine. That's far too pretty to me, mine. Whose is this? No, that's mine. Really? Is it? Yeah, it is. There you go. Yeah, this is one of mine. So this is my giraffe, pulling along as it is a passenger train at the moment, and it's doing quite nicely. 75 passengers on board. This will make me a good chunk of change every time it arrives. As you can see, my game balance up here at the moment, I've got 191,000. Thanks very much. I haven't quite found a withdraw button for that yet, but maybe it exists. But my account limit is locked to 800,000, and if I wanted to go any higher than that, I need to upgrade. So if we go into my station, here's my station, you'll see that I've got my lab upgraded to level 5, my bank, which is the bit we're focusing on here. It's going to cost me 350 large to upgrade it, and then it's going to take an hour and a half for that to happen. Now, as with all good kind of browser-based, tick-based real-time games, that there is a delay between you pushing the button and the thing happening is fine, because you don't play it all at once. You play it over a course of many weeks, days, months, and so on. So I'm okay waiting for that, but it's going to cost me 350 grand, and I haven't got 350 grand, which means that when I go, when I clock off for the day, my account limit is currently at 800 grand. Yeah, I know. It's a bank that says, no, you can't give us any more money. No, that's not how it works. No, you've got to pay for it to have more money in your account. Weirdest bank I've ever come across. But there it is. So once I hit 800,000, can't store any more in my bank account. Next level takes me to 1.1 million, which is a little bit more usable. We've also got the laboratory, which dictates how many research points we can get. I'll show you my research in a moment. You got track production, which increases the number of tracks that I can lay down, and therefore expand the number of places that I can move into and work with. The construction yard, inevitably, speeds up the production of everything else. So it's worth sinking some cash into the construction yard early on in order to make that, as efficient as possible. The engine house dictates how many engines you can have. The more engines you have, the more cash you can make. And then you've got these nice little tick-based free money chaps down the bottom. The restaurant and the shopping centre will give me money every time their countdown completes. If I feel like watching an ad or a video or something, I can increase that bonus. All right, fair enough. And the hotel increases my number of victory points that we can get. I've got 1,688 victory points at the moment, which makes me rank 660th in the universe. In this universe, which is, it's not brilliant. And then finally you've got a lottery here where, you get a scratch card on a regular basis, and you click that and it goes, have some wagon vouchers. Wagon vouchers are dead handy. Means when I'm putting a train together, in fact I can make use of those now, because one of my new trains, here's my train list, my Apollo is not using up all its tractive force, which means it's not carrying as much as it could do. So if I use my, let's go to my timetable calculator here, it reckons I should go and do Stockport North to Stockport Northeast, taking grain to cattle. Fair play. All right, we'll do that. Yep, go get it done. And then I'll buy the wagons that we need. There you go. Right, good. That's going to get sorted as soon as it gets into the right place. Now, everything else is rated on its profit per hour, and as you can see, some are more profitable than others. But simply chasing after profit is not necessarily the best thing to do. If we head back to the map, there are various rewards, awards, contests, and so forth that can be accomplished if one were to chase after a few upgrades. So if we go into Sandport here, here we go. So at the moment, MGC49, catchy name, is leading the way on textiles. Show off. What am I'm doing quite a lot with boards. There we are. Look at this. Woohoo! Third. Yeah, in your face. Yeah, I've delivered 76 tons compared to 812. I'm close. I can feel it. But here's the critical part: is the required goods. Once all of the demand for required goods is hit, the city will upgrade, and that will keep us in the running for greater victory later on. Theoretically, you've also got your price per ton, which shifts on a regular basis. So you want to make sure that you're always doing the best profit, or you're upgrading something. Towns are not the only things that upgrade, of course. All of the individual industries will do as well. And that's done by investment. And as you can see, people have sunk in varying amounts of cash here to get the investment going. Now, I tell you what we want is where's my lumber mill? There we go. So I hang out here quite a bit. So if I were to stick an investment in, there you go, I have 10 grand. Firstly, the lumber mill starts kicking it out a little bit better. But that largely manifests as I get a saving in the turnaround time of my trains. So any train that goes in to pick up lumber, it's going to whiz it back out again a lot more quickly. Very helpful if you're focusing on individual resources. Yeah, no, it's good. Marquee Boy though he's stuck 75 grand in there, but he's like rank 21 or something. I'm a mere noob. But here's my train icon for my association. Now my association is a group of people who are all in it together, or in my case, it's me. All in it on myself. Yeah, here I are. But the Rail Brigade. Woohoo! Yeah. Love being a part of the Rail Brigade. Easier to spell than it is to pronounce, I tell you that for nothing. But yeah, no, see, yeah, if I had a few more people in here with me, we could be really doing stuff. We can hire new workers to come and do glorious things for us. Well, I'm not going to do that in a moment. And if we upgrade the headquarters, it increases the number of members we can have. All of that kind of business. So yeah, I would suggest that the Rail Brigade is probably not winning anything at the moment. But that's fine. It's just me. Here comes my trains, look. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got quite a lot of lumber going on with my bat. Now, my bat is actually a couple of generations out of date because you've got to get your research done in order to get new stuff. So I'm working on research right now, and I'm trying to get the Apollo. Now, I can buy the Apollo using gold, which is the currency you get if you decide to sink a couple of quid into the game and go, yeah, I'll have some extra speed ups, please. You don't need it, but you can use it readily enough. So I've got to save up, another 36 research points in order to get my Apollo freely unlocked, so I can just use in-game cash to pick it up. And then you get all of these marvellous upgrades to make it work even better. Now, the Apollo's an absolute beast because it can already haul 11 wagons. So this thing is going to make me an absolute stack of cash once I've got enough of them. I mean, the fact that they cost $500,000 a pop is notwithstanding. It basically means every day I could buy a new one. Hey, not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not cheap. Neither. So here you can go. Is in Era 4, which, as mentioned, I'm maybe just a little behind the curve on. You can see that the loco selection improves as time goes on. 1.5 million for one of these bad boys. Marvellous. And then it will go into Era 5, which will include spaceships. No idea. But it's going to be great. And they're going to be really, really good trains. Probably. Back in Era 1, of course, you've got all these charming little dudes. There you go. I mean, I did quite well with me Raven. I upgraded the heck out of that. And then we got into Era 2, where I bought both the bat and the giraffe. Obviously, you know, a bat on its own, no good. No, you want some giraffes going on with that business as well in order to keep things rolling. Into Era 3, where you've got kind of early diesels going on. Yeah. Era 4, kind of later diesel electric kind of business. Into Era 5, where you've got modern stuff, including some real high speed and some heavy hauling business. And then into Era 6, where it's all spaceships. Marvellous. So we're a little way to go, but frankly, my town doesn't look like making the cut. I've made 11 grand since I've been rattling away. That's not so bad. The way I tend to play it is I keep it going in a separate browser. You can also play it on your phone, which is quite good, or your tablet, or flipping whatever wizardry out of Star Trek that you're kicking around with yourself. And you know, you crack on. What else we got down here at the bottom? We got licenses. If you buy a license, you get a bonus to everything that's going on. It's an auction, though, you see, so you want to turn up and do that when nobody else is around. Obviously, since I'm 660th in this game, there's always people around, and I'm not exactly competitive. You then also have competitions which turn up from time to time. You can register to be part of a competition, and those are who can deliver the most of this in a short amount of time. If you jump in and you do well, you make the bucks and the prestige and all of the associated things that go with it. You've got messaging, so you can go chat to other people. I'm entirely antisocial, so I'm not doing that. And then medals, which you will earn all over the place. They just keep cropping up, and that gets you prestige points, which is what affects your rank. All very important. In fact, how many have I done? I dread to think. No, that's just the first part. No, yeah, show me all of the one. No, I've done more than that. Show me. No, I've done more than that too. Yeah, as you can see, I've done a few of these. Just an occasional achievement has been achieved. Oh, I've done 42. There's a handy number at the bottom. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's good. So you can see the icons of other teams out here. So who are this lot here? Do we get some? That's Happy Rails. Nice. These people seem to be quite prolific nearby. That's Crazy Train. Nice. Okay, yeah, they'll come and interfere with your. Well, they won't actually. They just operate on the same stuff. But as you can see, I have built out track that extends all the way from Sandport down to Stockport because I wanted to do some passengers. Because passengers are an entirely standalone way to make cash. They also fuel a bit of growth. Actually, Stockport's at level 12, Sandport's at level 13. In your face, Stockport. Yeah, so Sandport, maybe we're not doing so bad after all. And if I were to focus on some deliveries to actually get things rolling properly, we'd probably be doing better still. But I'm not going to, because I'm going to abandon this game and start a fresh one. And you can come and join the adventure. We could all form one great association and take over the universe. Well, I mean, we could have a good swing at it anyway. In the comments below, the first comment down there will tell you how to get stuck into the game that I'm in. I'll probably stick it in the description as well, to be honest. But we will be playing on COM03 Smoke Chamber. Dun, 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 dun. That's where you'll be able to find me, but I'll tell you which town to sign up for and the name of my association. Obviously, the bigger we make the association, the more prowess we're going to have. Maybe we should have like 3 or 4 associations and all work in tandem to turn our town into an all-conquering leviathan of a rail nation. You see how seamlessly I put the name of the game in there? Oh yeah, I'm top dog at that kind of business. Anyway, thanks very much for Travian Games for sponsoring this video. I'll be back with another 2 videos on this game. The first of which will be in around a month's time, and I'll bring you up to speed how the Rail Brigade, finally said it right, and myself are getting on, and then we'll do a wrap-up video when the game finishes and we are totally victorious. Oh yes. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio. So thanks very much to Travian Games for sponsoring this one. It's free to play, but it's quite good fun. And as mentioned, go down to the description and have a look, and you can see how you can join in the game. And I'll be in there waiting. I'm coming back to this in a month to do a follow up, and then highlights of the game. We'll follow on from that.